All right, Jack, let's all lock in. Everybody spam lock in emoji.
Lock in.
Lock in emoji.
Locks in the chat, man. Locks in the
Why
chat.
y'all spamming Devontae ass? Lock.
Hey, y'all see that lock?
They spam. They only put 4 emojis. They ain't spamming me.
We got anime girl goes viral for stabbing crush, and now has fan club of men wanting to be killed next. Wait, what the? Wait, is this the right? This the full title?
Are we supposed to watch this?
Yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. Some men are just
some men just downgraded and like and every fiber of the way of
rotten mango. Ooh, smiley face emoji.
This is why we get looked at as bad, because of people like this. You know, that
this is this men. Yeah.
This is why women
hate men, because men do dumbass shit
like this. Yeah.
Yo, kill me next. I'm a fan, bro. Like, what does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get into it.
It's 4 a.m. in Tokyo. A woman named, let's call her Mika, is walking back home.
What?
Nah, ban Vaughn, because he messed up what he was trying to say, man. Play the video.
From this long night out. She had gotten through all the anxiety-inducing parts, so she's gotten through the street, the parking lot, and now she's in her lobby. It's well lit. You most likely need a key card to get in, and she's kind of letting her guard down just a little bit. She turns the corner and she lets out a blood-curdling scream. 4 a.m. in an apartment building lobby. She just wasn't expecting to see this sight on the floor tonight. Like smack dab in the middle of the apartment lobby's cold floor, there was a pretty 21-year-old woman just sitting. That's a weird sight, just like in the middle of the floor. She's just wearing a t-shirt as a dress. It's not covering much. She's sitting in the middle of the ground, smoking a cigarette and having a casual phone call with a friend. Her demeanor was so calm and chill. It's as if she was sitting in her own private living room talking to her friend on the phone. But she's not. She's sitting in the middle of the apartment lobby floor, and there is a half-naked, bloody man dying behind her. They were both covered in blood, his blood. It's like she was guarding his body. The girl covered in blood would later explain, "That's the love of my life, and I was waiting for him to die." Mika didn't know what to do because she doesn't know if this girl is armed and dangerous still. She has no idea. I mean, this is just all she's gathering in like 2 seconds. She calls the police and then she snaps a quick picture of this scene because it's just so unbelievable. This photo would later go viral and men from all over Japan would start messaging Mika, asking her, "Do you personally know the bloody girl in the picture? Because if you do you know if she's single now? Because I want her to date me. And honestly, I'd let her stab me."
What?
This is the story in Japan of a girl that was...
What the fuck? What the fuck this shit said, nigga?
Niggas said, "Oh yeah, me next." I like that shit, but niggas be having the weirdest fetishes. Like, that is that even a fetish? But like, what is wrong with you?
That's a kink, bro.
People like that shit.
I mean, apparently.
Nigga, no, that's just, I don't even think that's kink. I think niggas is weird. It's like nigga don't even give a fuck, bro. Like them nigga can see a goat and fuck it, nigga. That's the type of nigga they are. Like nigga, what the fuck?
Nah, that is true, man. Fuck, man.
Why would you bring up a goat in your situation?
Like,
why would you even say anything about a goat, bro?
I'm just saying, bro. Niggas is weird, bro. What the fuck?
deemed too beautiful to kill.
You got no sympathy, bro.
Literally, you did not see that, bro. Relax. That's no
And weird people have weird kinks.
Yeah.
Some people. You
got some old video ones where a man was fucking a pig, nigga.
All right, bro. Damn.
As always, full show notes are available at rottenmangopodcast.com. We enlisted the help of our wonderful Japanese researchers for this case. But as always with these international cases, if anything is lost in translation or if there's another aspect to this case that you discovered, please let us know in the comments. And with that being said, let's get into it. The realtor did think it was kind of strange. Okay, maybe it was like more impressive than strange that such a young, pretty girl could afford such a nice apartment. The apartment needed a deposit of $14,000, and the rent each month would be $1,000. So I'm assuming that Japan works like Korea, where you actually get the full deposit back, but it's just still, that's a lot of money to have in one sitting.
Yeah.
How can a pretty 21-year-old girl even afford that? But the realtor's
Scam
like,
it.
maybe I'm just being judgmental, you know? So she shows the 21-year-old around. This is the main bathroom, fully renovated. The apartment was so stunning, the girl said she was so happy with the place, she wanted to sign the lease immediately. The realtor's thinking, maybe she's got rich parents. She could try asking, is your family moving in with you as well? No, just me and my boyfriend. He's moving in with me later this year. He just has to quit his job first. It sounds like the girl is in a loving relationship, right? And they got concrete plans to start a future together.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the boyfriend she's talking about isn't aware that the two of them were dating. He wasn't aware that he was going to move in with her like that, or that he was going to quit his job at the end of this year. And he also wasn't aware that she was going to stab him in the stomach in bed to make sure that he didn't flirt with other girls.
Damn.
But the realtor didn't even bat an eye. She thought, well, we are close to the red light district. Maybe the young girl makes her money at a hostess bar. She made her commission and she moved on until she saw it on the news. So the business of love in Japan is huge, and a lot of it is dominated by hostess
Chat, what's
and
y'all's
host
craziest
clubs.
relationship
Which,
story?
side note, this was before I was doing
Fucking
visuals,
X.
but we have an audio podcast episode about Lucy Blackman from a long time ago. It's a British woman who went to Japan
UFC.
and worked at a hostess bar in Japan. She was abducted, assaulted, and killed. I'm gonna link that below. That was probably my first real deep dive into hostess and host bars in Japan, and I go really in depth into it. Give it a listen. It's a heartbreaking case. But I find hostess and host bars very fascinating because of how straightforward it is. Hostess clubs, they cater towards stroking a man's ego, making men feel like the top.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Oh, hold on, nigga.
That was a close
That
one.
was a close call, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I remember these joints though. Remember they be like clubs. Remember the Japanese dude?
Yeah, the Asian dude.
Yeah, was he Japanese? He was Japanese, right?
I think it was Chinese.
Was he Chinese? Okay, yeah, like they be
That
going.
worked at the bar. Well,
It's
not
like
the
there's
bar.
like
He
these
was a
places.
host or some shit. Right?
Yeah, there's like these. Like I think he did it himself too, or like there's like a
Roland, yeah, that nigga.
Roland.
Was
Yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
Japanese or Chinese?
Bro,
Was-
the
I don't
dude
remember.
That be like flirting with women and shit.
I think so. It's like
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
women
I
be
think I know
boosting
what-
he be boosting people ego too.
Yeah,
People want to see him.
and they make shit ton of money. That shit is crazy.
Bro, they're stroking this goofy ass nigga's ego. Oh, lame.
Very
gonna lie, yeah, yeah, yeah.
fascinating because of how straightforward it is.
Yo, Japanese,
Hostess
or-
clubs, they cater towards stroking a man's ego, making men feel like the top dog, the
Joe
alpha
Addison
male,
stroking
the
that nigga's-
manliest, most impressive man in the
yeah.
world. And then host clubs are the opposite. It's a bunch of male hosts making women, clients, feel beautiful, young, and
Yeah,
wanted.
I remember these.
And you would think that being so blunt with this transactional purchase, the intention and all of that, it would just be lost. Because it's almost like, hey, call me pretty. And then you call me pretty. It doesn't mean anything anymore. But
bet
no,
you.
humans want what they want. And they're willing to spend a lot of money for it. So let's start with hostess clubs first,
How
because
much y'all
it
spending,
seems
Jay?
like they came around first. There's a lot of different types. I go over it in the audio podcast for Lucy Blackman, but I'm just going to break down a few for you, the main ones for you. The no-touching hostess clubs. These are just like
No
regular
touching?
bars, but with
You
a
can
twist.
touch them niggas?
A group of corporate salaried men will walk in. Either they're
Oh,
a group of
yeah.
colleagues, or maybe they're with clients that they're trying to sign. They'll walk in, and the hostess bar is filled with pretty young girls. A pretty young woman will greet them and escort them to a secluded part of the bar. So unlike most clubs and bars, the customers are seated pretty far away from each other. They kind of have their own private section so they can truly feel comfortable. Then depending on how many drinks they've ordered, depending on the size of their party, some hostess clubs go hourly, some go by drinks, some go by a minimum spend. A group of young women, attractive women, will come out and sit with a group of men. The rest of the night, these women will stay there. So they're not like waitresses where they're like, everything good? Like, I'm going to walk away now. They sit with you. They pour your drinks. They take shots with you. They giggle at your jokes. They ask you questions like, wait, how do
Even though you
banks
ain't
work
money.
again? I have no idea. You're so smart with things like this. And then they let their little eyes twinkle while you tell them the most mundane, boring.
Nigga, you be in that bitch like,
You be thinking-
stop
That
it.
niggas have your ass feeling like,
Nigga, soon as you done, give me my
Yeah.
money.
right. Them niggas have your ass feeling like.
I say, man, I
shit.
drove my car here. You know, I got a Honda Civic.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit would hurt me, nigga. That nigga,
Wow.
I thought you love me, nigga. Nah.
Hell no,
nigga,
you love your wallet.
Give
Go
me my
ahead,
money.
go into the front cashier, nigga. Make sure you
Nigga,
pay that $200, nigga.
They give me tip too, bitch.
See you next week, pussy.
And then they let their little eyes twinkle while you tell them the most mundane, boring facts about banks. Even though she probably knows like
Because I
half
thought
the
you
stuff that
loved
guy
me,
is saying
dog.
is like wrong,
So they
she
can
just goes along
mansplain
with
to
it.
these girls.
Makes him feel like he knows the equation to success
Don't
and the
ever say you
meaning of
love me,
life.
shit.
If a man grabs a cigarette, the hostess is ready. It's so smooth. She's got a lighter. She's lighting it while maintaining eye contact.
Wow.
A lot of the salaried men, that's what they're called in Japan, salary men, are wiped after work. And the last thing that they want to do is entertain a client and make them laugh. And in places like Japan and Korea, drinking with clients is such a big part of the culture. I guess it's kind of equivalent to like golf with clients here in America. So imagine doing that on your off-hour time after you've already worked a 10-hour day.
Yeah, for Chinese too. It's all like based on interpersonal relationship and a lot of drinking. It's like you want to do a business deal, you got to get wasted.
It's
like,
insane, like the amount of
Damn.
liver problems that are probably
like that
being
in
caused
Africa
by
too?
work. And like I know a lot of people think that host and hostess clubs came about in Japan because there's some sick, twisted need for stuff like this. It's actually not. It has more to do with the work environment, like the society's work pressure. So all these salaried men, they're expected to go drink with their clients after work, entertain their client, but they're dead wiped. They're so tired. So they bring them to these hostess clubs, and these hostesses now do their job. They're entertaining the client, asking questions, making the salaried men look good in front of the client. And they have really high social EQ. So they know which company or which employee is paying. They will constantly flatter them in front of the client to make them more influential and powerful. This is crazy. At one
smart.
point, it said
That's
that
smart as
90%
shit.
of the open tabs at hostess clubs were being paid by major corporations.
Oh my god.
Not
so smart.
Crazy, not
Yeah.
by
That shit is smart as
individuals,
fuck.
but literally
That is a
companies that are like,
tactic,
hey,
bro.
employees, go blow off steam. Hey, bring the clients there. There's
Yeah.
an open tab.
Make them niggas feel good.
It's actually considered
Yeah,
a
so
they can
somewhat
get back to
respectable
work.
gathering place for business talk or transactions. If you go on a lot of Western media websites, they'll make it sound like a club, but it's not really. Now, the hostess will stroke the man's ego while encouraging him to buy more drinks. It's usually etiquette for the customers to buy the hostess a drink if they're
Fucking-
getting a drink. So instead of buying one overpriced shot, you're buying two. And it's always just water for the hostess. The bartenders are in on it. Everybody knows what's going on because she's got to drink like 80
Yeah.
shots a night. It's usually all water or tiny bit, just watered down
Man, that must
all
be
the way.
fucking
By the
torture,
end of
bro.
one hostess's shift,
Gotta
maybe
drink
she
every
has
night.
80 shots. That's $400 to the establishment, and she'll probably get half of that, which is $200. Now, some surveys show that girls that worked 5 hours a night for 6 nights a week at these hostess bars made anywhere between $2,400 to $3,600 a week, which is around $9,600 or $14,400.
All I just gotta do is make a nigga think that he rich, nigga. Make a nigga think that he eat a shit.
Nigga,
Sign me up.
The
Yeah,
whole
bro.
time she the one that's rich.
fuck the
Exactly.
OF, nigga. Fuck the stripper, nigga.
Give me some money.
Nigga, man, all I gotta do is talk to these people. That is free bread. Chat.
Okay, y'all cannot tell me y'all ain't doing no shit like this.
All I
Come
gotta
on,
do is
man.
tell
All you
this
gotta do is
shitty
have
ass nigga that-
conversation. Nigga,
I ain't
you
gonna lie,
had-
bro. We might have to start a show on that. Hey, yo, you know you the shit, right? And you also the fart.
you think you the shit because you is the shit.
You
know?
the shit and the fart,
And the
nigga.
fart. Don't never
You
let anybody tell
motherfucking
you
gassy nigga.
otherwise.
Don't let nobody gas you up, nigga. You the shit
Nigga,
and the fart.
whatever,
nigga.
I'll be whatever you need me to
Gassy
be. If I gotta
ass
be like
nigga.
these, nigga, I'll be like these, nigga.
Get your money
Nigga,
right
like,
nigga, and your
come
money tight.
If
Fuck,
I
nigga.
be like these, I give you two, nigga. Give it
Please,
in.
come on, whatever you need, I'm right here.
Right. You need
Just make
lotion? Lumi doesn't have it. You know what I mean? Like,
Then
I'm
they
gonna
don't
let
need
him
me
know.
then.
Just
I'ma
make
let
sure you
'em
pay
know.
after, nigga.
Hey, but if you was curious, My wallet right here.
Nigga, I wonder what happened when niggas don't pay. Hey, nigga.
Hey, nigga. Hey, you a bitch, nigga. You ain't shit, nigga. You ain't never gonna be shit, nigga.
Shit, nigga, I said all this nice ass shit to you, nigga. Man, fuck you, nigga. You ain't gonna be shit.
You ain't ever gonna be shit, bitch.
I said, nigga, when I said you wasn't shit and you said, really? Nigga, I lied, nigga. You ain't shit, bitch.
Oh, no.
Niggas will be hot.
which is around $9,600 or $14,400 a month.
Oh, my
That's
God.
not including bonuses, commissions, personal tips, and
Yeah, that's
gifts
6
given by the
figures, nigga.
clients.
A year.
At some hostess clubs, if someone comes in
More than a
requesting
career
you
job.
by name, they're like, hey, I want to sit with Stephanie, you get like $100 just for them dropping your name. There
Bro,
are some
that's
hostesses that
crazy.
make close to 6 figures or even more than 6 figures per month. Now, there are different levels to hostess clubs. You've got gentlemen's clubs,
That nigga
and these
rolling.
are the ones where a lot of nakedness is involved. There's dancing. This is kind of more on par with the Western strip
mind.
club. Then you have
thought we
no
did that.
pants cafes. I thought this was so interesting. I never knew these existed. It's quite literally a coffee shop, but the hostesses are naked from the waist down. You can't touch them. You can only look. But like, imagine just being served your espresso martini, and then
I know it
they're all
smell like
naked.
farts in
There's
that
no
bitch.
pants shabu shabu shops.
What you said?
It smell like what?
I know it smell like farts in that motherfucker.
It smell like spit booty.
First thing you smell, ass. Yo, what's
You got-
that smell? I keep smelling it.
You got a
Yeah.
bunch of butt cheeks just rubbing together and just
Waiting to freak on a stink, nigga.
nigga, it be hot as hell in there and shit too.
You
nigga.
farting, nigga. Yo, you get away from me, nigga. You farted.
There's no pants karaoke shops, but no touching.
Niggas
Whoa,
sing with
Then
their
there's
ass out.
touch of
Oh, yo, I ain't
Niggas
gonna
really,
lie.
niggas really out here singing with their ass out. Motherfucker said, if I should stay. That motherfucker ass cheeks out, jiggling every note he hit.
I
I
ain't
said,
gonna
nigga,
lie.
I gotta have free breeze, nigga.
Japan is a different place, bro.
Nigga walking that joint like,
Japan is a different place, man. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas singing booty ass naked, bro.
Yo, nigga got a motherfucking BTS shirt on and his ass out singing motherfucking Dynamite, bro. Dynamite.
Niggas said, I
That motherfucker took about some.
nigga said, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, eh?
Down in the 99. Oh, nigga ass out, bro.
Niggas said, I don't need permission.
Nigga, whole bottom half just
Yeah, hit her ass with the,
wet.
hit her ass with the.
All right, bro. Come on, bro. Lock in, bro. Oh, man. Lock in, bro. Damn.
There's no pants karaoke shops, but no touching. Then there's touch available hostess clubs. There's
I'm
a word
fucking
for it in
crying, bro.
Japanese, but customers are allowed to grope hostesses above the waist whenever they want.
Wow.
But nothing below the waist and nothing underneath the clothing. Then the most common is the no touching hostess clubs. If you try to touch the hostess or proposition her for anything,
Jail.
you'll be
Jail.
thrown out. Now,
Nigga, go to
how
jail.
much do the managers actually enforce these rules? It just depends on the class of the hostess club. The more expensive a club, the more strict they are in no touching, no
That's a good
groping,
question,
no
Lyric.
conversations. At the end of the day, it's like Disneyland. That's how they call it. That's what the hostesses say. It's a fantasy that's being sold. So is Disney. The customer is the most important man in the world, and you can't wait to jump in his bed one day, but you can't because the stars aren't aligned for that and you would get fired. But you love him so much. It's a fantasy. You get paid, the client gets an ego boost, and everybody wins. And interestingly enough, okay, before people are like, oh, that's crazy that they do this in Japan. Interestingly enough, Japanese men are the most observant of the rules, and they're the most transactional, meaning they get what they pay for and they're very content. It's said it's usually the Western or foreign travelers, the passport bros,
Oh, you already know
that
those
will
niggas don't
start
listen.
screaming and yelling when a hostess does not let him touch her.
Them niggas don't listen.
Yeah. Okay. Crazy.
That's
don't
But
follow
once a
rules.
customer becomes
is
a bit more of a
disgusting, bro.
regular, how do you keep bringing them into this hostess club? There's something called dohans,
That's why
and
they have
just
no form.
everything that I say for a hostess club, there's almost
don't
an exact equivalent for a host club, just the male to female version, right? Now, this is another chance for hostesses to make more money. It said dohans can bring in an extra few $1,000s, up to like $10,000 per month additionally to the payment that they're already receiving. So they can make like $20,000 a month.
What's this?
Some clubs don't give you the option of not doing tohans, but tohans are private dates with top clients. You go on a dinner date with a client, then you say, well, I have to go in for work, but I don't want to leave you. You should come back to the club with me. Call your friends.
About easy
So they
bread.
come back to the club,
God,
and
they
usually the men
get
spend
you.
more and more money at the club if they're going to these tohans with the girls. He gets to enjoy
Pretty
an
soon
evening
you're
out
living
with
there.
an attractive young woman. He feels like he's getting looks by passerbys of like, how did he get such a young, pretty woman? He must be rich. He must be special. It looks good for him. He becomes more attached to not even the girl necessarily, but to that feeling. He becomes attached to that ego
That's how they
boost.
get you,
Bro,
bro.
that's
How he
a
feels about
man's
himself.
worst
So he keeps
downfall
going to
right
the
there,
club,
bro.
keeps going to
Ego.
tohans.
His
The
ego.
hostesses, they win because technically they make more money and they get free meals. But the reality of it is, I'm sure, is terrifying. I'm sure it's scary what clients try to do when managers and bouncers aren't around. And speaking of managers, managers at these types of clubs are a different breed. And this is kind of pertinent because one of the people in today's story is a manager at a hostess club. Okay? Managers, they watch over the girls like a gambler with a hand of cards. That's how they're best described. Every girl in a club has their own strengths and weaknesses, and the manager has to utilize them like little weapons. She has to do it carefully. Hostesses are in and out of each table, constantly swapping, but it's done in a way where the customers, they don't feel weird about it. It feels natural, like a river flowing around, trickling down. A lot of the hostess clubs will operate by the hour. So get this, there's a science to it. Right upon entering, customers are seated with the most attractive girls. They sit down with the girls, they start drinking. If they're not connecting, the girls are seamlessly swapped with new girls. But it doesn't seem like, oh, they're not connecting, let's swap them. It's more like, oh, I gotta go real quick. And then new girls come over very naturally. But if all goes well, the top girls, they stay. And the main goal is to get to the customer for that second hour mark. Because even if you pass the 1 hour mark by a minute, they have to pay for that full second hour. And then the manager will immediately take away the pretty girls that they just spent an hour connecting to, swap them with new, less attractive girls. Now, if the clients want the original girls back, the manager will either say, ooh, sorry, you have to specifically pay for her, which is an additional couple $100s for an hour.
This nigga got it.
Okay, or they'll be told,
That
I'm so
is-
sorry,
is-
she has a
this-
reservation
this-
with the top client right now,
This is
but
actually
she'll be
kinda
back in half an hour. Make them sit around for 30 minutes. She comes back, they're happy, they're excited,
all
and then
mind
they
games.
push into the third hour. The managers are able to watch the clients like a hawk without even making it obvious. They always say, if a man walks to the bathroom and he even glances at his wrist where his watch is or takes out his phone, he's thinking about leaving. If he just rushes to the bathroom, rushes out, that's fine. But if he even like takes a side second to look at his watch, that's it. So when he gets back at his table, what do you know? The prettiest girls are all there waiting for him. Or sometimes they're standing outside the restroom asking
Well,
him,
this shit is
where'd
like
you
a
go for so
casino,
long?
bro.
That's what I'm
And they'll
saying,
take
bro.
his hand and escort him back to the table
Shit
while
sound illegal,
giggling.
low-key.
And now that beautiful girl is begging for a bottle of champagne that she's never tasted because it's so expensive.
Bro,
And
they
she's
drugging that
thirsty.
nigga without drugging
Usually a
that nigga.
bottle of champagne at high-end
They're
establishments like
mind-fucking
this
that nigga.
easily go for $500. So before they know it, the wealthy businessman is spending upwards of a few $1,000s in a single night.
Damn.
And it's all about picking the
Oh
right
my
hostesses.
God.
Typically, the most successful hostesses across the board are considered naive.
It's crazy because the customer knows all this shit too, but they don't give a fuck. They're just
Yeah.
going.
Like, this is deadass how Medusa works, bro.
Yeah. It's like they know what's happening. They probably even be running into the bathroom on purpose just to so they can bring somebody else at the
Like,
bathroom.
nigga, you look into their eyes, like, the moment they get you, it's over, nigga. Now you gotta pay another $750.
Now, you want the girl back, nigga? That's $100. $1,000 extra. Nigga.
Goodness, bro. That is crazy as
Typically, the most successful hostesses across the board are considered naive and innocent by men. They are perceived, keyword, perceived, by the clients to be less intelligent than them. So they're not intimidating. Then eventually came the emergence of host clubs, which are basically the same concept, but now it's male host catering to female customers. And it's fascinating. There was a gender studies professor who took a deep dive into the host clubs of Japan. Because, there's always that sentiment when men are attracted to work, it's like, oh, men are men. But then when girls are attracted to, they're like, why would a girl spend money on such a dumb thing, right? I mean, clearly it makes sense for both genders to be into it, but there's some psychological and societal movements that pushed host clubs. First one, women started working a lot more. So they got a lot of disposable income and they're staying single for a lot longer. They're not getting married. They're not settling down, which, side note, a huge customer base for host clubs are married housewives. But let's not get into that. So a lot of these single women, they'll spend money at a host club. And additionally, the host clubs do the same thing for women. So they provide princess treatment.
Oh, man.
So you know how like the hostesses stroke the male's ego? Well, when you walk in, I was thinking, Magic Mike. I'm thinking it's like Vegas. Shirtless, ripped men that's like humping the floor. Sit on this chair. Let me rub on you. No.
don't touch me, nigga.
You walk in, they hand you a moist towelette. You sit down. They give you a blanket if you're wearing a skirt so you can preserve your modesty. And they sit and they ask about your mundane day. And maybe if it's your second time coming and the last time you came was 2 months ago, they'll be like, how's Steve doing? You're like, how do you know my dog's name? You mentioned it 5 months ago when you stopped by.
Yeah, they be fucking keeping
I'm sure they've got
tabs on
journals or something because this is crazy. Their attention to detail.
Every single one of these niggas that work at this shit, fake friends. Get rid of them out of your life. If they work there, they're not your friend.
These
Bro,
niggas like therapists.
These niggas are basically like trained to like be fake.
Yeah. They're movie actors.
Like, holy shit, nigga, just because they remember your birthday from like you told them 2 years ago, these niggas, that's how they get you, bro. Fake
Yeah,
friends,
that is how
bro.
they get you. You be in there, be like, oh my
Damn, it's
God,
your birthday. It was your birthday last
Steve?
week. Oh my God.
You remember? Somebody care about me. Let's talk more about it. Like, look.
God, hold on, bro.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I'm
They
sure
got
they've got
better
journals
memory
or
than
something
my
because this is
Like
crazy. Their
manipulation.
attention to detail, their memory, it's wild. They pour your drinks, they laugh at your jokes, they ask you questions about your life, and they seem genuinely interested in everything that you have to say. If you have to use the restroom, all the hosts in the room stand up. It's so chivalrous. It's like the dream first date. Your host, the one that you're sitting
They don't
next to,
even give a
will
fuck
walk
for
you
real.
to the restroom door, wait outside just in case, I don't know, you get accidentally flushed down the toilet bowl. It's just so nice. And they don't dress like super ripped and they actually dress pretty feminine. They wear makeup. They have long, brightly colored, like almost anime style hair. When was the last time you went on a date and a guy was like doing all of that, right? So that's why host clubs, they took off. I have something really niche but crazy useful to add to your holiday wish
I forgot
list.
what the title of
If
the
you are
damn
a
video
business
is.
owner or thinking of starting a business,
about
I feel
this
like people
bullshit.
kind of gatekeep all the useful services that are out there for people, or you just don't really know like how many people find it useful. But trust me, every time I recommend this to a business owner, they're like, you have changed my life. Sometimes I see those vlogs that are like a day in the life of a small business owner. Get a
shut up. I
4-week
ain't gonna
trial,
lie.
free postage, and a digital scale at www.stamps.com. Click the microphone at the top of the page and enter code ROTTEN. And thanks to Stamps.com for sponsoring this show.
out Stamps.
That's Stamps.com and click the microphone and enter code ROTTEN. Some host bar clients that were interviewed said, I don't think host clubs would be so popular if Japanese men were more into doing stuff like this when they were dating.
A lot to learn here.
And what's interesting is there is a lot of discourse saying like, oh, women are so naive. Like these girls are so desperate. They walk into host clubs thinking these men actually want to date them. It's actually not like that either. Women go in the same way men go in. They know it's a transaction and that's what they're looking for. That's why a lot of housewives go. They're like, I'm not leaving my husband for some random 19-year-old. I'm in here to stroke my own ego and feel feminine. So just as how
shit
men go in
still
for their
weird, though.
ego, the professor
I ain't
said
gonna lie. I ain't
women
gonna lie.
actually go in.
How would you feel if your wife went to this?
I ain't
Like,
gonna
how would
lie,
you
I don't feel like a piece of shit. Like I'm not doing my job. Like, are you trying to say like I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing as a man? And you
Right.
you get what I'm saying? Like,
Because the fact that you feel the need to even go there,
yeah,
I don't know though, because it's like you're not gonna always fulfill like certain aspects like this. Like if niggas need
yeah,
an
that
ego
is true.
boost,
That's
but
true.
it's like nigga, go
Nigga,
shit.
I mean, that's what relationships about. You both never gonna start have like that fool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes that's
but
it.
that
It's
don't
not
mean like
perfect.
I'm gonna go get it from
I don't
somebody
mean
else.
like nigga, I'm gonna go ahead and go, go feel like nigga, I need to go test this shit out right here, nigga.
Like I'm saying, like you married me, my nigga. So it's like
Exactly.
It's basically cheating without cheating because it's like I ain't kissing a nigga, I ain't fucking a nigga. I'm just flirting with the nigga, basically.
Yeah, you cheating.
but
nigga.
what if you both
You cheating,
what
nigga.
if you both go?
If you both go, then that's something different because you both agreed to it.
Yeah, if you both go, I think it's a different note. I mean,
No,
that gotta
but
be
what if it's like the same reason, like y'all both go in there to stroke your egos, but it's like y'all
Man.
there together.
I mean that depends on the people, man. If that's something that they okay with and comfortable with, go. Because
Yeah.
but most of the time, one person in a relationship is not okay with that idea.
Yeah.
So it's like, then what's the point of trying to go? You know what I'm saying? But
That
there
is-
is some, you know how like there is some relationship where they have like open relationship that they
Yeah.
can literally go out and like talk to other people even though they're together.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
different.
Because at the end of the
everywhere.
day, it's different in a relationship.
Yeah.
Like if you both agree to it, then fuck it.
Like,
But
that's-
if it's
that's-
like
yeah.
one person, then it's like, nigga,
Like,
hell are
nigga,
you doing, buddy?
I don't know how I would feel like, nigga.
I don't know how I feel with that.
Am I a
ain't
piece
gonna
of shit? Like,
lie.
bro,
I ain't gonna lie, nigga.
do you not love me, nigga?
like,
And that's
what
why I
I-
feel like I'm pretty sure there's probably shit like this in America, but I
No,
don't.
there
think
100% is.
yeah.
It's just
Strip
it's
clubs.
not gonna be as profitable.
Strip
But
clubs.
nigga, you go to strip club, niggas on your ass. Like
Strip clubs. The thing about strip clubs, though, nigga, if you ain't throwing enough ones, they make you feel like shit. It's kind of like this.
That's true.
Says how
Believe
men go
me.
in for their ego. The professor said women actually go in to feel young. That's the main, like they both go in not for love or romance. They're literally going in for their own egos. That's it. And the hosts even admit that they change their personalities based on what they
So
think the
basically, this
customer in
club
front
is
of
just full
them
of
wants
narcissists.
out of this transaction.
Basically.
A lot of male hosts say, we're just here to sell dreams. And those dreams, they cost a lot of money, even for women. The first time being at a
I ain't
host
knocking
club
the
works a bit
business, man.
differently from the type of hostess clubs that I just described. So there are also hostess clubs that operate like this, but most of it is kind of for host clubs. The way it works is, let's say you and your 3 girlfriends, you can't go in with a guy into most host clubs. Most foreigners are not allowed in upscale host clubs either.
Really?
Yes. Oh, the only way that you can go in with another man is if it's couples.
Oh,
So if it's like us walking together and if we spoke Japanese, they don't let in foreigners because they think communication is the biggest thing of host clubs.
Right.
Yeah, you need to be able
makes
to
sense.
talk. That's what you're getting out
So
of
they
it.
can't have a
So if you
nigga
can't
like
speak
me.
Japanese,
that
then there's
big,
moot
you know what I'm
point.
saying?
They do have foreigner host clubs though. They all speak English.
okay.
Now, if you go in with a group of 3 women, then you will be sat
saying okay,
host
like, I'm
girl,
English.
host
I'm
girl,
saying, like, what
host
the
girl,
fuck?
right? This is just your first time going in. Every 5 to 10 minutes, the host club manager will ring a bell that everyone can hear and the host will rotate. But not amongst friends. So the 3 hosts in the room will get up, leave a business card, and 3 new hosts will walk in. And this goes on for 1 hour. So you pay for your very first hour like this.
Is it because they want to find out who they connect the best?
Yes. And at the end, you get kind of a menu of all the hosts on there and you go through them to get a refresher and cross-reference with the business cards in your hand. So let's say my friend had a host that I liked. I
Well, I'd
can't
be
be with that
annoyed, bro.
host.
Really?
Wait, chat. Honestly,
I'd be annoyed.
do y'all think there's anything wrong with this shit? I think it's just because we American and we think it's like a little weird.
I wouldn't say it's
But-
necessarily wrong, but it's like I feel like it's just full of narcissism. Like just just
Niggas
narcissists
selling you a
that-
bunch of fake shit, bro. Like
I
niggas
mean-
just lying to you. It's like
I
I,
mean,
get it.
or
It's
like
different,
niggas that
bro.
seek validation.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I'm not a type of nigga to seek like
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just
nigga.
it's just weird.
Like,
At least
I
to
don't-
me, I think.
I don't
Maybe-
know,
maybe I'm
bro.
twisted.
I don't know. It's weird. Like, nigga, I don't want to get rubbed on my back and say I'm the shit, nigga. Like I don't want that.
But I also do understand, like in a country like Japan or
It's all business.
Korea or where it's China, where it's like there's a lot of stress and like a lot of shit that goes on in the country, and people just need people to talk to and shit. And it makes sense, you know. But
You know, I like, for
I think
example,
it's
how
gonna be American, bro.
I like, for example, how some people feel like if we move to Vegas, then we're gonna get corrupted.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you moved to Vegas.
Yeah.
But
I ain't
but
going
it's
to
like,
Vegas
but
for
it's like, nigga, I don't even do shit out here in Vegas. And the thing is like there's people that are interested in the shit that's going on in Vegas. So it depends on the person, but it's still a business.
I wouldn't be surprised if Vegas has some shit like this and we don't.
It's like it's a business, and it's not that it's illegal. It's legal.
Yeah.
It's just like
It's even
if that's what you want.
when
That's
you
what
can
you
rent
want.
a girlfriend. Okay, I think I remember that one. You can rent a girlfriend and boyfriend, and that's all. Like those are all ego boosting. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Nowadays for lights.
Like I wouldn't want a fake girlfriend, nigga. I want you to love me for real, nigga.
Nigga,
Like, I
I'll be
wanna-
bro. I'll be
I'm
mad
like,
as
hey, man.
fuck.
Tell me you love me, I'll give you money. Like, bro,
Nigga.
what?
Bro, I'll be mad as fuck if I was single and I go there every time and my ego getting stroke all the time thinking this woman love me.
I'm saying, bro.
Nigga, and at some point when I decided that, you know what, I want to settle down, man. I want to, live the best right life. And I'm like, let me pick one of this woman that it seems like they love me. Then she's like, nigga, bitch, get your ass on, nigga. I'm just trying to get paid, nigga. I don't know you.
Nigga, the price went up, nigga.
The
Like,
price, if you gonna marry me, nigga, drop like 50 bands, nigga. a month.
I mean, it's basically just like renting a buddy to talk to, nigga.
Yeah.
But nigga, this ain't no buddy,
Rent-
nigga.
Renting a best friend, nigga. You just basically renting a best friend.
But nigga, you add a little extra dollar, she might give you a kiss.
No, she not. You can't touch him.
I'm talking about you rent a boyfriend or girlfriend. Shit, some niggas.
Oh, you talk about renting a.
Yeah,
I'm talking about
yeah.
the hostess.
Yeah, but there's different kinds though. There's one you can touch. There's one you can't touch. There's one like
You can go extreme with. Yeah, it's
and
all
you know the
business.
one you can touch probably the one that make the most money. So
Mhm.
that's the one everybody probably going to.
Oh
which is crazy.
hell nah, bro. That's crazy as fuck.
I don't know. Man.
So let's say my friend had a host that I liked. I can't be with that host.
Really?
That's
They're really
crazy
crazy
as
about not
shit.
creating like these tense environments.
And
And so I only get to choose the host that I've spoken to, and they will make you choose. I read a lot of blogs of people that went for the first time. They make you choose. They're like, pick your favorite. You're like, hee, I can't. They're all so nice. They're like,
say
no,
no
just pick one.
cheating.
Just pick a random one then. So you pick one. They basically force you to exchange line details with them, which is like Kakao Talk or WeChat, WhatsApp. And from there, if you ever visit this host bar again, this is your designated host in perpetuity. So unless this host leaves the club, you can't really change. It's really hard to.
wow.
Yeah. That's going to be your host every time you walk in. And now
That
it's up
is
to
true,
that
too.
host to bring you back into the club. They will keep
that's why I
following
say I
up with
think
you
it's just
online,
those
try to build some connection with you so it doesn't feel like a
Influence.
sale, or at least it shouldn't feel like one. Instead of asking you, hey, when are you
think
going
it's
to
a
come
bad
back
thing.
to the club? What
I don't
day
think
are
it's
you want to
bad.
come back to the
Yeah.
bar? Let's make an appointment. He's probably reaching out to you, sending you a picture of the night sky or what he's eating for lunch. You're like, oh, I guess I'll respond because that's kind of nice, right? And then once that connection is built,
I actually
you
think
want to
stuff
see
like
him
this is
again,
good
but
for
you realize the
society.
only way that you can see him is at the club while you're spending your hard-earned money. So the first time you go, it's like $10 an hour for all you can drink for an entire hour, and then you pick a host. But after that, you've got to buy a bottle, and you have to buy drinks for your host because that's etiquette. And that very easily could turn into 1 to 2 hours, and you've completely blown $500 down the drain. It's said that on average, depending on the scale of the establishment, you can, on the low end, blow anywhere between $150 to $300 a night, and it can go up to like $10,000 in a night
So you
at the
ain't
high
gonna
end
be-
host clubs.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I could
And
be
just
Elon
like
Musk.
most hostess clubs, there is no sexual activity allowed at host clubs. But from what I can gather, and from what I've been told by our Japanese researchers, a lot of hosts will engage in sex work, but they'll do it off hours. So they will come back to your place with you, or perhaps a love motel, and they will get paid under the table for those services without sharing a cut with the bar. And the bar is okay with it because that's technically illegal. So they're okay with it because you would think, oh, why don't we get a cut of it, right? But they're saying whatever you do that helps bring that customer back in more and more, that's on you. And that's illegal if you're doing sex work. Like
So we don't want to know.
Yeah, we don't want to know. We don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things. And for some people, this business is crazy lucrative. One of the highest paid hosts in Japan is actually a celebrity of sorts. His name is Roland. He's made a brand for himself being the most sought after host. It's said that he makes almost $500,000 per month. Per month. He drives a Ferrari. In 2018, he threw a birthday party at his host club for his birthday. He made $400,000 that night. People showed up to celebrate him, to buy him drinks, to just fawn over him. And he's a character. He said there are only two types of men, me and the rest. He said, I often stare into a girl's eyes and say, your face is so beautiful, but I'm really looking at my own reflection in the girl's eyes.
Oh, shit.
And you would think, like, when I'm saying it, it sounds crazy. He comes off cocky and annoying. He sounds like the epitome of every guy that girls hate, right? But if you watch the interviews where he says it, it's so playful. His communication, his body language is so playful. It feels like he's not taking it seriously. And it almost makes you feel more comfortable around him.
Right.
It breaks down this wall of like, oh my God, this is the most successful host and he makes how much a month? It like breaks it down and he's basically poking fun at himself. It's so fascinating. But he did a house tour with a YouTuber and every surface of his bedroom is a mirror. He said so that when he has girls over, he can see every angle. Yeah.
女の子と遊ぶ時とかに、こうなんかいろんな角度が見られるのちょっとなんか。
He was also asked in an interview how many women he slept with, and he very smoothly, without even skipping a beat, says, "Do you drink coffee?" The interviewer is like, "Yes." "Do you remember how many cups of coffee you've had?"
Wow.
Basically, how I be fucking
Yeah.
all the time.
But Roland is the exception. And, you know, he's at the height of the industry.
That nigga
The
got
others,
aura,
they
man. He
make
got
a
aura.
lot less, way less. I mean, some of them are just now starting to make enough money that they're not living paycheck to paycheck. And these days, the competition is getting even more intense. And it's one of those industries that fluctuates with the economy. There are over 11,000 host and hostess clubs in the red light district of Tokyo alone. And Phoenix Luna had just started working at one of those clubs. To a lot of other guys at the club, it was a chance to be the next Roland. For Phoenix Luna, it was just free housing, honestly, okay? Phoenix had such a rough upbringing. I mean, from what we know, his parents, they separated really early on. So Phoenix and his 6 siblings were sent off to live in this foster care orphanage institution. And it was just not a good place. All the kids there were already pretty traumatized, and they just weren't receiving adequate parental love or compassion. You know, they were treated like adults too early on. Most of the kids, they actually left the institution around middle school age because of how bad it was. And Phoenix, he leaves, no degree in a place like Japan, hard. Not even a high school diploma, impossible. So this middle schooler is getting jobs in construction. And it seems very likely that even if he wanted to work hard, he just kept getting scammed by all these adult bosses that wanted him to perform cheap labor for like next to nothing. Damn. Eventually, he was left penniless and without a home. He would just bounce around from hostels and PC bangs. I don't know what they call it in Japanese, but it's like 24-hour internet cafes. He's trying to take naps there. And it's rough. So he thinks, you know, why don't I try something crazy? Let's see if a host bar will take me. Host bars are known to provide dorms for a lot of the hosts that work at the clubs, and that was enough for him. Even if he doesn't get paid right away, at least he's got a place to sleep. A lot of the host bars loved him. He just has the look for being a host, and he's very good with people. Even though you would think that his childhood made him very kind of pulled away from society and closed off, he actually was very good. He wasn't overly out there, overly talkative, just very genuine. So he starts at Club Fusion, and this is not a rags to riches story. He does okay. He quickly ranks up to be the 4th host in the bar, and each club, they have a ranking system. And a lot of the times, they will post pictures of their top 5 hosts or hostesses on the wall behind the reception desk, numbered and everything. So it's like number 1 host, picture. Number 2 host, picture. And it's kind of a shitty system because it keeps number 1, number 1. People walk in, they don't know anything about this place. All they see is, hey, that guy must be popular for a reason. There must be something special about him. And they'll request him and they'll
need
be
that
told,
guy.
hey, you know, he actually charges a lot more because he's higher in demand. And you're like, well, okay, I guess I'll pay it. And it's a never ending cycle of
money in that
keeping the
bag,
top
too.
host at the top.
I'm saying.
So Phoenix
you at
is
the
ranked
top, you
number
making
4,
that money,
but he's
nigga.
not killing it. He's not making a ton of money. He's doing okay.
Never mind.
Now, here's something fascinating about host and hostess clubs. A lot of the customers are other host and hostesses.
What?
So, for example, some hostesses will get off their shift of entertaining men all day. And I'm
Wow.
sure it's so
want
draining.
to entertain
They
men.
just want someone to entertain them. So they find themselves at host clubs, paying for the very same thing that they sell.
They fucking
Companionship,
Well, that shit, man.
ego boost,
Damn.
and vice versa for hosts that go to hostess bars. And now one of these
I
clients
mean, if you want to
was Yuka
recharge, nigga, you
Takaoka.
gotta do something.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Hey, even a therapist got a therapist. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's how it is, man. You ain't gonna drain me, nigga. I need to boost my shit right back up, man. Where that party night at, man?
Hostess bars and shit. Ego boost. And vice versa for hosts that go to hostess bars. And now one of these clients was Yuka Takaoka. And she comes in to Club
I ain't gonna lie,
Fusion.
ban her
She's a
if you hear in the
21-year-old
chat,
hostess with straight brown black hair and big eyes. A lot of people said that she looks like a cat, and that got her a lot of loyal clients as a hostess. But now she's at a host bar specifically looking for Phoenix Luna. That's his host name, by the way. His legal name is protected by Japanese courts. She said that Phoenix had come into her hostess bar like a year ago, long time ago, with a bunch of like hosts. Okay, maybe like a few months ago. And he just kind of really stuck out to her. Months passed and she kept remembering, oh my God, like I keep thinking about that really cute guy that had come in. She finds him on Twitter, starts DMing him. And he's like, well, you can always visit me at my club. So she does. Starting from March 2019, this is important, Yuka starts going to see Phoenix at a club 2 to 3 times a week. And she's like, you're ranked number 4. We should change that. I can help you to get to number 1.
How you gonna do that?
I'll order 2 more bottles tonight.
Wow.
And she's reassuring him, like, no, it's fine. Like, I have the money. Don't worry. She would go as far to spend $6,000 in one night to help him raise ranks.
Now, where she get this money?
Every single club has a high earner song. A lot of host clubs adopted this thing where every single night, the host who makes the most money that night will start singing on stage when it's time to start closing up. And this song is not like everybody's cleaning and the custodians have come out and they're just singing and nobody is listening. It's more like a concert, like an idol concert, and they're being fawned over, and the host club makes it seem like this grand gesture for the host to have this honor of singing for the patrons. They kind of make it like that. So these clients, they feel pride if they helped their host get to that spot by the end of the
Wow.
night.
Yes.
And Yuka was one of them. She would spend $10,000 in one night just to get him up there to sing.
God damn.
Phoenix didn't argue because that's the whole point of his job. It's to make money. And Yuka said that she was a manager at a hostess bar. I mean, he could kind of let his guard down a little bit with her
dead-ass
out of anyone.
IRL
Like, if
flex,
anyone knows that
know,
this is a
basically.
transactional business and that
Top
there's no
gifter right
real
there.
romance or love or attraction, it would be Yuka. She's in the same industry, doing the same thing to men, so she should know, right? She's half Chinese, half Japanese. Yeah, she was born in China, actually, in 1998. But they moved to Japan when she was 2 years old. And, like, she threw chairs at people.
Huh?
That was a
What do
thing
you
in her
mean?
childhood. Yeah, in high school. Let me give you some backstory.
Damn,
Yuka
bitch
had a very
said
creative
shit.
personality. She has this very cute, naive girl next door appeal to her, and it's very easy for her to get male attention. That's what everybody said. She had boyfriend after boyfriend in high school, and this is no shame, by the way. What is shame, though, is she exhibited some alarming behavior even as a kid. One time someone insulted her boyfriend and Yuka got mad and hurled a chair at them. Just like rage throwing chairs at a high school kid for probably saying your boyfriend's not that cute. It's a little weird. So after high school, Yuka drops out of college and she's like, I'm just going to focus on making money. She starts hostessing at a bar, and she was a spectacular hostess. She knew how to stroke men's egos. She knew how to make them feel good. And she really does have the perfect innocent girl look that people really prefer in the hostess scene. She ends up so good at her job, she becomes the manager of the place. And remember what I said about managers? They're cutthroat. They know how to move people around. They know people. They're quick on picking up social cues and signals. None of her coworkers had anything bad to say about her. They said, there's actually
Yeah,
a
because they get a
lot of
chair thrown at 'em.
competition at hostess bars. Like you would think everyone's hee hee
I
ha
wouldn't
ha and
either.
friendly, but
I be
it's
biased, that's what I'm trying to
cutthroat.
say, too.
But even when Yuka
And I'm
wasn't the
busy.
manager, you could actually go to her for
My
advice.
man ugly.
And you didn't feel like
Oh,
she's
yeah.
giving you bad advice to try and backstab
Like,
you or
yes,
has
she
a
did.
different motive. She was just very nice. She just seemed safe to be around. I guess unless she wanted to date you. After visiting Phoenix a few times at the host bar, Yuka finds herself thinking about this man every waking second of every day of her life. Her existence revolves around this man. Everything she sees, she's like, oh my God, that reminds me of Phoenix. Oh my God, every thought that she has becomes about Phoenix. It starts consuming her.
This is how
He was
it
the last
starts.
thing that she thought about before going to bed, and he was her everything. She would lay there thinking about him, waiting for a new message online to pop up, and then she would check her bank account, and all the money she saved up in her career was gone. She had blew it all at his club. And she's not a Nepo baby. She's not a millionaire. She did not have the funds to be spending like this. But she felt like there's just no other way to see him, unless I go to his bar, unless I spend money on him. So she feels like, well, it's fine though. This is an investment. He likes me and I like him, and we can't be together right now
investing in
because
our
of his
love.
job at the host club, but eventually we'll be together. To ensure that, she would even pay close to $9,000 a month to exclusively reserve him as her
my
host.
goodness,
So remember how I
man.
said you can
Stop paying
spend
that shit to
hundreds
me,
of dollars
nigga.
an hour, like your second or third time at a host club?
Y'all throwing money
You don't
away,
get your
nigga.
host for a full hour.
Mm.
They're in and out of tables because they've got other clients coming in. So you probably maybe get them for like max 20 minutes. So $9,000 a month, and anytime Yuka comes in, she still has to spend money, but he cannot go to any other client. Even if another client comes in, he cannot go. But if she's not,
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about, bro. Like, they keep paying money, because in their head they think, oh yeah, this man loving me, this and that, and then you find out, yo, this nigga actually don't love
That
you.
nigga don't fuck with you, cuz.
Now you want to murk the nigga.
Now you want to get mad. You want to start throwing chairs. Nigga,
Nah, nigga, she murked the nigga,
I know.
and that's why I'm like saying, bro, this shit is
This shit is
crazy.
actually bad, bro.
go to any other client.
But it's not like
Even if
the whole
another
thing
client
is not
comes,
bad. Just this situation is just like
Yeah, but these are the type of shit that can happen from this shit.
Yeah. That's why I was making that example earlier when I was like, nigga, you get to a point where you feel like, oh, I want to settle down, nigga.
Yeah.
You pick one of these people that I think love me, nigga, but and then, nigga, what the fuck? I'm just doing my job, nigga. What do you think this is? You're
It's
like,
like,
damn. I
It's
thought you
people
loved
that
me,
understand that, okay, this shit is just ego boost, and then there are some people that's like, nigga,
It's
it's,
like,
deeper than
yeah.
that. Like, nigga, I want you
Yeah.
now. Type
that shit is sad though. I don't think that's like that is sad. It's
Nah,
sad,
you'd be
bro.
surprised, bro. There's some people that even know that it's ego boost, but it's like
They get attached.
they
Yeah.
get attached. Yeah.
Because I feel like it's hard not to get attached to this shit. Because, bro, it's like
I mean, you're literally stroking
you
your
keep-
ego,
yeah,
bro.
you keep coming back because the shit is addicting, bro. Like,
It's like I feel like this low key might be worse than gambling, bro. But it's not bad for society. But it's just like bad for like I don't know.
It's, I
Nigga,
don't
this
know,
shit, this shit worse than drugs, nigga.
Yeah, I'll say this up there with drugs, low key,
Yeah.
bro. Except
It's
you're
like
not
a
actually like
feeling, bro, like-
destroying. You're not destroying your body. You're more just like
You destroying your mental.
your mental in your pockets, bro.
Yeah, but once your mental's gone, nigga, what you got left?
Yeah, I'm saying like with no mental, you can have all the bread in the world, nigga.
You gonna be
Damn,
hurt.
bro.
Because you know, in order to make that money, bro, even that money comes with your mental, nigga. What
Mhm.
you got to go through mentally to even become financially, like having those type of money. I'll talk about then not losing it to something that you know is not doing nothing for you.
Yeah.
But stroking your ego, and now you feel entitled, like, okay, I'm in love now, nigga. Let me take you home, bitch. No, nigga, you go home. I stay here.
I stay here. You come back tomorrow. I'll spend another
Come back to my
$5
bed, another 10 minutes.
but he cannot go to any other client. Even if another client comes in, he cannot go. But if she's not there, he's free to see all his clients that he wants. He just has to drop everyone to go with her if she's there. And that $9,000 is not unlimited. That's just the base pay. She still has to pay what every client does when they come in
Base?
and buy drinks. So in just
Hey,
2
man.
months, Phoenix goes from being ranked number 4 to rank number 1 at the club, all thanks to Yuka.
Mission successful.
But she didn't have the funds to keep paying for all of this,
Yuka
so
did it.
she had to join a delivery health company to make some extra money. Delivery health is exactly what you think. They deliver 24-hour dispatch-style services straight to your door. If you're feeling a little bit sick or a little bit under the weather, they will dispatch a sexy nurse to show up at your door and have sex with you. Yeah, they call it delivery health. I found it very fascinating. They also have hotel health, which are hotels that also have sex workers on call. So you like book in, and instead of getting room service, you get other services.
Niggas is
It's
DoorDash and
fascinating.
hoes, bro.
Yeah. And the nurse, side note, they're not actually dressed like nurses because you have to pay extra for costume
Punani,
play.
nigga.
But they will usually have a chaperone that's waiting outside
Bro,
your house to make sure
what?
that they make it out okay with no issues.
They got
There's
delivery
even
Yash, bro.
delivery health pickup. A lot of guys actually like
Delivery
this.
Yash
So
pickup.
instead of having the girl come straight to their apartment door, they'll actually meet up at like in front of a convenience store. And they said there's a thrill of walking her back to your home. And these light conversations, that's where there's a lot of tension building.
Feels real, maybe.
Yes, and you can even add on
You be talking to them while you get home. When I get in his room,
Hell nah. Nigga,
Oh,
said,
these niggas is-
nigga said, man, fuck Uber Eats. I'm about to get some Uber cheeks, nigga.
I'm gonna walk you home like a nice gentleman. As soon as I close that door, I'm gonna need you to take care of me because I got a boo boo on my ass cheeks.
You a grown ass man talking about I got a boo boo on my
Man, niggas role play, bro.
Uber eat,
Play.
Uber cheeks, bro.
Wait, kid. You want her to massage your ass, dog? That motherfucker said, I got a bump on my butt cheeks, nigga. I need to take care of me, dog.
Need a massage on my ass cheeks, man. I need me some nice firm hands.
That's funny.
Oh man.
Nigga, Keem is
Oh,
dog,
man,
bro.
that shit's crazy, man.
Nigga said, I got a bump on my ass.
Your home. And these light conversations, that's where there's a lot of
I need me
tension
some Uber
building.
cheeks,
Feels real,
dude.
maybe.
Yes, and you can even add on purchases before you meet her in front of the convenience store. And one of the more popular add-on purchases is that she comes with a hidden, she hands you a remote. And there is obviously something that has been placed within her body that you can control in public as you're walking back to your apartment. And this is just one level of the kind of like adult services that they provide in Japan. They also have soap houses.
Oh, y'all not hear this shit?
Nigga, I don't hear it, bro.
Nigga, they have freaking toys and niggas have a remote to it and you can push it whenever they want. In public. They can just vibrate your shit.
Nigga, you have one of those. Why you acting like you don't have one of those?
But about that, you know damn well you the one.
Bro, literally, don't make me get that in here right now. She say, yeah, I'll vibrate that nigga butt cheeks 24 hours a day. Nigga, like what?
Nah, it's crazy though.
That nigga
think
keep
I've
doing it
seen-
right now. That motherfucker bounce. You don't see that nigga? You don't see that nigga?
I think I've seen those type of video, bro, on Instagram. But they be like, it's like people who just record, like be recording those type of video, and it seem like it's a joke or something. But now that I think about it, I don't be surprised if them video was real, bro.
Hold on, people do that. That's people that do that. People enjoy that shit. I don't know how. Hey,
No, it's a bro. That's
everybody's different, you know.
you know, if you a freaky ass nigga, man.
Then Lumi, what do you be
Freak
seeing,
ass
bro?
nigga.
I don't know. I just be seeing shit on Instagram, bro.
That nigga FYP fucked up. You gotta start
Yeah.
liking some other shit.
Yeah, that nigga Lumi liking some weird shit, huh?
It's always- it's
That
always
nigga
like-
Lumi went down the wrong
Like I
rabbit
get
hole.
fascinated and interested. Like,
Oh
it's
yeah,
not like
You-
interested. It's like I get
Yeah.
fascinated when I see stuff that is like, yo, this type of shit really happening in real
Oh yeah, they
life.
got him, bro. That nigga
It's
started
like,
using
what the
big
fuck?
words.
See,
They
that's
got his
why
ass.
You can't be liking everything you see, bro.
They got
Once
his
you
ass.
drop a like, nigga, that shit gonna spawn the next
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Oh, that nigga like Go Pee? I'm gonna make
Crazy,
sure
bro.
I'll load this nigga for you pay it up with.
All the gold peen in the world.
All the goats you could possibly imagine, nigga.
Walking back to your apartment. And this is just one level of
That'd
the
be
kind of like
fascinating.
adult
Motherfucker
services
say
that they provide in
fascinating.
Japan. They also have soap houses. I went down a rabbit hole.
interesting,
Soap
man.
houses are fascinating. So they're bath houses turned
said
into sex work. You go in and you book a bath. So each room has a private bath, and it's all about like a very sensual bath experience. And then afterwards, there's payment for other activities. Yet the pricing on all of this is really intense. Like
This
if
is
you get
crazy,
delivering
bro.
health and you didn't shower prior to the meeting, they will charge you for not showering prior to the meeting, which honestly, it makes sense. But regardless, Yuka hated it. She hates working at Delivery Health,
yeah, I
and
washed
it's
my
starting to
ass
take a
today.
toll on her mentally. But she feels
much
like
did
it's
it
going to
cost?
pay off eventually. Phoenix Luna is going to make enough money. He's going to quit his job, and then we're going to move in together. Side note, she never told Phoenix that she's doing Delivery Health on the side. She just said that she's got the bar that she manages, and she has this crazy rich sugar daddy that takes her on dinner dates and pays.
Bro, shut up, bro. Lock in, bro.
I'm sorry, bro.
Bro.
Motherfuckers be up to all right. Base price is $298. Wait, did you wash your ass today? No. Oh, okay, we gotta add a $700 next dollars. Like, bro, what the fuck? How do you even do this? Like, how do you conversate this, bro? Yo,
Yo, what I gotta do with me,
I
literally?
ain't wash my ass, so I gotta pay extra.
So y'all ain't watch bad, but how much they
Yo,
got to pay back?
I ain't wash my ass. Yo.
Nigga said, how much extra do I got to pay?
How much is that? I ain't wash my ass. How much is that? How much is that?
What the fuck? Bro, shut up, bro.
Niggas be stupid as fuck. I ain't wash my ass. Does it go by like day by day, bro? Like I ain't washed my ass in 2 days. How many extra dollars?
Man, you asking the wrong
One
nigga,
day
man.
is $200. 2 days is $300. You going on 4?
Oh, man.
Oh my god, bro! These niggas be. How do you converse this, bro? Like, how do you conversate this, bro?
Man, they gotta figure out. They got a menu. They gotta figure it out, man.
Together.
Oh my
Side note, she never
God.
told Phoenix
These
that
niggas
she's
got me
doing Delivery Health
crying.
on the side. She just said that she's got the bar that she manages, and she has this crazy rich sugar daddy that takes her on dinner dates and pays her a big sum of money.
Which is cap.
She felt like she's hiding the truth for this heroic cause, their love story. She said she basically got confirmation of the plan of moving in together when she told him that she loved him, to which he responded, at the club, mind you, at the club. He said, love you too, let's get married one day in the future. She claims that he told her that he wanted to move in with her a year after he quit his job. Which, first of all, we're not even sure if this is what he said, but second of all, it's kind of like going to a strip club and a dancer tells you that they're only here to pay for school. It could be true, it could be a lie, but as a customer, you're not really entitled to know the truth. And it's not uncommon for popular hosts to kind of live with their top clients. So top clients will have their apartment if they're single, or if they're married, they'll have a secondary apartment if they're really loaded. And then that host will come stay like every Wednesdays and Thursdays. It's still very transactional, but it is kind of like, oh, partly we move in together part-time. It's definitely not in the traditional sense. And if anyone should have known that, it would have been Yuka. But she's in too deep. April of 2019, they had intimate relations at a love motel, and this only drove Yuka further into this delusion that they were Romeo and Juliet. That's how she saw this situation. They desperately want to be together, but because of life circumstances, they can't. But her hardship, her engaging in sex work, it's all part of a big story that she's doing this for love. At this rate, Yuka was dangerously headed into yandere territory. So yandere is a type of character, typically in shows and movies, but I mean, she can technically exist in real life too. It's usually a girl that is obsessed
This is
with
crazy,
one
bro.
guy. And it's usually girl to guy. She's obsessive, jealous, full on toxic, unhealthy, illegal levels of attachment, foaming at the mouth for him, addicted to him, his scent, his everything. She is ready to be violent. She's ready to
Oh, this
commit
is
crimes
sad,
and
bro.
potentially even murder people just to be with this guy. If I'm a yandere for you and I see another girl look at you, I could punch her in the face. Like, just toxic levels. It's not even like she's flirting with you. She just looks in your general direction. I'll kill her.
That
Like,
means she
that's
love
the
me,
vibe.
duh.
It's
That
a
means she
combination
love
of
me.
two Japanese words.
Right?
One
Right,
which means
Ian? That
sick,
means
and
she
the other
love
one
me.
means love struck. Someone who is so love struck that they're sick in the head.
You love me, duh.
I fell down a rabbit hole again on this one, and I'm going to be honest with you. There is a yandere subreddit with 73,000 members. There's even a video game that you can get called Yandere Simulator. And I don't know if it's still available because it was really controversial. But you play a girl in school, high school, that's infatuated with a boy in your class. He doesn't even really know you like that. Like, he really doesn't know you. You guys are not dating.
So it's like full on stalker vibes.
Yeah, it's just a stalker. But it's like a hot stalker. The yandere are always like conventionally very attractive.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the game, you're basically stalking this guy, and any girl that talks to him, looks at him, the mission is to cut her up with a knife. And then for some reason, you have to drive and hide their bodies and then take
Yeah,
pictures
y'all
of
be
their
playing
skirt.
that
It's a
shit?
pretty
That's
unsavory game. That's why it's controversial,
Why is
but
there a simulator
it's
for this?
popular. Now back to the subreddit. A lot of the posts they have up are depicting women being so infatuated with a man, they're basically forcing themselves on them sexually, like tying them up and forcing them to get her pregnant. And usually the women in question are really, really conventionally attractive, like with double D's. And the people who really like this subgenre typically are men. I guess they like the idea that they make a woman go so crazy that she loses her mind and is foaming at the mouth and lives, sleeps, breathes him. One Reddit comment reads, I don't know why other people like
This is
yandere,
giving
but
obsessed.
personally, I just like cute girls who might be a little batshit crazy. Another comment reads, I guess people like the fact that a person like that, like a yandere, isn't likely to leave or betray you in a relationship sense. They're not likely to cheat on you. They're not likely to break up with you. So maybe,
It's like a fantasy, right? Is it like kind of like those funny TikTok girls like when you're getting kidnapped, but your kidnapper looks like this hot dude that's like
I
kind
think
of like
so.
that, maybe?
Yeah, and like I think when you just look at it from a media standpoint, I don't judge people's interest as long as it's between two consenting adults. I don't think yandere or the trope of yandere in anime, because it's a common trope, I don't think it's inherently dangerous. It just adds a lot of elements, story elements to a plot or to a show. But this is far from like the craziest interest I've ever come across.
Yeah.
But in today's case, it's going to go very, very sideways. There are two sides to this story. Because
Okay.
Phoenix is a host
All right,
at a
chat,
host
here
bar.
we go.
He does have a level of pressure and responsibility to take care of his clients outside of the bar. Not saying he has to sleep with them unless he wants to and chooses to, but he has to make sure that they're happy. So he would go on these tohans with Yuka, where he would go to cat cafes with her, go watch movies with her. And Yuka, even though she was paying for all the dates, and there is a transactional element to all these dates, she didn't see it like that. She was like, no, this is love. This is a real date. This is my boyfriend. Do you see where the problem
That shit
here
is
is?
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
But it would only continue to
Vanessa.
escalate. When Yuka leased a 5th floor apartment close to Phoenix's work, and she felt like, no, we both want this. All I have to do is wait for him to quit his job and move in with me, and then he will be all mine. And they will be together forever.
Bro, she
But
was
the
a
more
hostess.
Yuka is
Like,
doing
how
for
did she
Phoenix,
fall
the
for
more
this?
he's
That's the thing. That's the crazy part. Like you do the same job, and you end up falling under. Like that makes no fucking.
No,
sense.
but like if she fell, that means this nigga had to have really, really,
I don't know what he was doing. I don't
really
know what he
been-
was saying to her, bro.
I feel
but-
like he low key liked her back too, bro. There's no way you lead her on this fucking hard. Like, there's no way, bro. Like to the point where it's like y'all talking about moving in with each other. There's no way you lead her on.
No,
that
but
that
nigga, if he's
hard.
paying that much, bro. I mean, if she's paying that much, nigga, he probably saying whatever she wanna fucking hear, bro.
Dead ass though, you might be, but it's like, god damn, that's fucked.
That nigga probably just kept paying. You know, he's like, hey, yo, if I keep fucking, yo, this girl gonna make me fucking filthy rich. I just gotta keep saying yes, yes, man, yes, man.
Bro, that
yes, man.
shit gotta be illegal, bro.
It is crazy because it's just crazy because she does the same job, so she knows this shit is just for.
But it's like,
Boosted
god,
ego.
bro, like there's no way she's just like completely oblivious like that. There's no way.
Yeah. Unless you know, maybe them hoes, then some of them be finding niggas attractive, and maybe on the low they be doing some shit.
They
Maybe
do.
on the low. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she did say like they be doing some shit. So
But it's like, nigga, ain't no way you leading her on this long and she not like at least one bit of skeptical about it. Like, damn.
I don't know. It's crazy. My thing is her being a manager, had a hand in it. She's not essentially working now, so she lost some of the info. But even as a manager, like you manage, but it's, I don't know, man.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. I would hate to be manipulated like that, bro.
Yeah.
I would actually like cry, bro.
do is wait for him to quit his job and move in with me, and then he will be all mine. And they will be together forever. But the more Yuka is doing for Phoenix, the more he's pulling away. By
Okay,
the
he's
end of
starting to
May,
pull
so this
away.
is just 2 months.
Shit.
By the end of May,
Okay,
they're
yeah, nah,
fighting
she fucking up.
nonstop. Yuka
2
is
months?
always demanding just things that don't make sense. I
Oh,
do
yeah,
want to
no.
preface this by saying they're not dating. They never were officially boyfriend and girlfriend. Both of them will admit that. It's actually pounded into host heads from the day that they start working that they should never get a girlfriend. You're being paid to be a boyfriend to a lot of women, and if they find out you have a girlfriend, the fantasy is dead. Like, why would they pay money for that? Both parties knew that. They were not exclusive. They were not even dating. But Yuka would do these things where she would call Phoenix while he was at work. And she's like, can you please come over? He explains, I'm sorry, Yuka, I can't right now because I'm at work, but maybe I can come after my shift. That's very reasonable, right? Yuka would keep calling and would even respond that if he didn't come immediately, she would jump off the roof of her apartment.
Oh, my.
Phoenix didn't know what to do because on one hand,
Wrap it
he's
up.
a compassionate
Wrap it up.
person that would never want someone to do something like that.
it
But
up.
on the other hand, he feels really burdened by her because, like, what responsibility does he have for her mental health?
up.
They're not even dating. He was so stressed out by Yuka, he kind of starts distancing himself from her. On a Reddit post, asking
Wrap that
people
up.
why they're into yandere characters, a response reads, I guess it's the idea that someone is so loyal, so devoted, and completely attached to you that they'll be willing to do literally anything to make sure you and they are not separated. Yes, a yandere girl is crazy, but it's not because she's evil. She does things with the intention of helping you, even if that's not necessarily the right thing to do. I should note that a yandere girl won't randomly stab you unless there's a compelling reason to do so.
Unless there was a reason to
May
do it.
21st,
There's never been a reason.
2019, deranged Yuka found her compelling reason to do so.
Jesus, man.
Yuka woke up to her friend blowing up her phone. Phoenix was at work and Yuka is alone, and her friend is telling her, you'll never guess who I saw at a love motel. Phoenix with another client.
Oh, God.
Yuka paced around the apartment all day until Phoenix came to see her because he was like, yeah, I'll come see you after work. And she's screaming, why the hell were you at a love motel with another woman? And I'm sure Phoenix is taken aback because, again, they're not dating. This is his line of work, right? But he reassures her that they did go to a love motel, but they didn't do anything physical. Yuka's really hurt, and she tells him, okay, fine, I get it. It's your job. But from now on, you have to tell me if you ever see another woman outside of the club. The next day, Yuka's on the phone with her friend, and she noticed that Yuka didn't sound good. So she's like, hey, Yuka, is everything okay? Yuka starts explaining how she worked all day at the delivery health job and just, I don't know, the relationship's not going well. Her friend listened, and I presume she also is in the industry because she tells Yuka, look, if you want to be with Phoenix and he's a host, you've got to put up with this stuff. That's the job. That's what comes with dating a host.
That's true.
Yuka gets off the phone and calls Phoenix. And he's like, hey, I just want to let you know, after work today, I'm going to go get drinks with a female client. Like, I have to. He's fulfilling his promise to her that he would tell her if he went anywhere with another woman. Even though, again, he doesn't have to. Yuka was so mad, she took to journaling. She wrote down her feelings. She wrote about how the only way to ease the pain of this relationship was to kill Phoenix. She said that she was going to kill him and then die, like Romeo and Juliet, you know, so that they could be together forever. She wrote, I apologize to everyone involved with me. I've always had a bad habit of telling lies, and I wanted to be the heroine of a tragedy.
Just pissed me the fuck
Something
off.
beautiful, something fleeting, and I don't know what happened and what didn't. Sorry for being a bad daughter. I'm sorry for being a stupid daughter. I have a tendency to tell lies, and I don't know what's a lie or the truth. And when I found someone I love, I didn't want him to look at anyone else, so I thought it'd be best to kill him.
That
The
don't
me
even
that has
make
nothing
sense.
knows nothing. I didn't like calling him Luna Kun. So this was his stage name before the stabbing. Later it's Phoenix. It just made me feel like money. But to me, he's real name redacted. The one that I love. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and even when you only see me as money and you only feed me lies because you're a host, if you die, all of our words become true. So I'm going to take care of you now. Don't worry, because I'll do anything to be with you. According to our Japanese translator, Yuka uses the word aishiteru instead of daisuki, which is much stronger of a phase of saying I love you. Most couples, especially young couples who haven't been dating long, like example 2 months, will only use the more like love ya, I imagine is kind of like that, right? Versus I love you. But she uses the very strong emotional word for love. It's very interesting. Now, another message reads, I want to be a tragic heroine. How is it possible for him to look at other women than me? I know killing him is for the best.
2
If I kill
months,
him,
my
it'll
nigga.
be eternal, and there will be no pain afterwards. I don't need anything other than him. Yuka had officially spiraled. After
months,
drinking
my
with the
nigga.
female client, Phoenix came to visit Yuka. It said that she asked him to come over and help clean her apartment, and I believe that he was going to be compensated for his time. So he helps her hang curtains, they talk, they have. And after all of that, Phoenix is
2
like,
months.
hey, can I please just take a bath? It's been such a long day. He draws a bath, gets in, ends up falling asleep in the tub. And he's thinking, oh my God, this is so dangerous. I can't fall asleep in a tub. So he gets up, dries himself off, puts on a pair of boxers, and runs into Yuka's bed and starts napping. While he was asleep, though, Yuka had gone through his phone and found pictures of Phoenix and another woman at the bar. Now, these pictures are said to not have been in any context in any way. So they're not kissing, they're not groping each other. But Yuka felt like, why? Why are you taking pictures together? Why would you need to keep these pictures? Why would you
That's his
have them on your
job,
phone?
bro.
At 3:50 a.m., Yuka walks over to her kitchen and picks out the sharpest knife. She had bought it at the store recently.
Bro,
She
in
walks
his
into the
sleep.
bedroom,
Oh my
finds Phoenix asleep, and he just looked so peaceful.
Bro.
So she sat on top of him, took a good look at how he looked,
Bro, in your sleep.
and then
bro.
plunged the knife into his stomach.
While you're
The knife had gone
sleeping,
so deep into his
like,
stomach, the handle of the knife was basically inside of his body. Not the blade, the handle. She used that much force. Phoenix said that he opened his eyes. He didn't feel any pain. He just had shock, like, this doesn't make sense. Why is there a knife in my stomach? There was so much blood, like, gushing out of his stomach. His survival instinct kicked in immediately. He tries to push Yuka off of him forcibly, but she's sitting in a way that makes it really hard for him to move. And additionally, the knife in his stomach doesn't help that either. So then he tries to strangle her. Again, just to get her off of him. And eventually, Yuka asked him,
Man,
do you like me? Which is just so unsettling, okay? To which he felt like, okay, this is my way out. This is what she wants to hear, obviously, right? And he says, as sincerely as possible, I love you. Of course, I love you. Let's be together forever.
fuck all that.
He's really hoping this is what's going to get her off of him. But she stares back at him and gives him the most chilling response. I love you too. So let's die together. This is after 2 months of not even dating.
Bitch, you down
Phoenix
to go.
starts to shake in pain because now the pain is kicking in. His eyes are wide, his whole body is trembling. And whether it was a struggle or Yuka chose to get off of him, it's unclear, or a little bit of both. Yuka forcibly pulls the knife out from his stomach, which is not a good
that's not a
idea.
good thing.
When you have injuries like that, it's just not a good idea to pull it out because then he could bleed out to death. She throws the knife under the bed, and this caused Phoenix to bleed even more. And he's begging her to call an ambulance, but she's not moving. So he runs for the door. He could hear her screaming behind him, don't go, don't go. But he kept going. He's smearing and dragging blood all throughout the apartment unit, into the hallway, into the elevator. Yuka's chasing after him. The only reason that he made it into the elevator and was able to get the doors closed was because Yuka wanted to grab her phone, her glasses, because she didn't have her contacts in, and cigarettes before chasing him. Her cigarettes, which is an interesting detail we're going to go into later. The man she's obsessed with, to the point of killing, is running downstairs bleeding to death. But she's like,
so
gotta
the
grab
nigga
my
not back?
cigarettes. The entire elevator looks straight out of a horror scene. The control panel with all the buttons for all the floors covered in blood. The walls streaked in blood. Once Phoenix made it to the lobby, he collapsed on the floor, blood all over him, only in his underwear. I mean, most of his body was red now from all the blood he was covered in. He covered his face with his hand. He saw Yuka calmly approach, sit down next to him, and light a cigarette.
What?
Yuka grabbed her phone, called a friend, and didn't even tell her what happened.
She didn't call police,
call-
nothing. Just
No. Literally waiting for him to die.
wow.
I'm not going to show you the picture. Picture is very telling. I would say the picture is gruesome, but that's not the point. So you do see him laying behind her, and she's sitting in a black t-shirt that's almost like a dress. She's got her legs propped up, so her knees are bent and her feet are flat on the floor, right? She's got cigarette in between her index and middle finger, just like casually relaxed to the side. It's not even to her mouth. It's not even, her fingers are so relaxed. It's very like, And then she's got her phone to her ear, and she's just, it looks like she's sitting on a park bench having a conversation with a friend. Right at that moment, a woman, presumably another resident in the building, screams bloody murder at the sight of the two covered in blood, calls the police, and later would take the now famous picture. It's crazy. Yuka looks like a high schooler in the picture. She looks so young, yeah. But what's even crazier is that this picture would later gain her admiration and fans. Some people, they created this picture in different artistic formats. Literally fan art of a stabbing scene. Some people out there are actually interested in Yuka because they call her the real life yandere. And they say, guys, she's too beautiful to be a criminal. They even wrote things like, she can stab me any day if she wants. She's so pretty, I want her to stab me like that. Some people were even setting her as their wallpaper on their phones. And they said, I mean, she's my dream girl. Like, I want someone to love me like that.
Wow. Come on.
Thankfully, this is a small portion of the netizens reacting like this, but still, it's so
It's crazy.
dumb.
That there's even
I don't know what
people
else to say. So when the police arrive at the scene, they approach Yuka like she's got a bomb strapped to her chest, which she doesn't, but they don't know. I mean, I don't blame them. This is such an unhinged scene. I would imagine that Yuka is not above
Yeah, I
doing
would pull
anything
up on her
crazy.
like she
Who
is the
knows what
boss,
else this
nigga.
girl has got planned? So they're trying to be
that you got
gentle
us
with her.
strapped.
And all of this is evidenced in the now viral photo because in the photo, there's actually a cop squatting down next to Yuka trying to talk to her. I guess in an attempt to get her handcuffed. It's not like he's pouncing on her, slamming her to the ground and arresting her. But she goes without a fight. She was even seen creepily smiling at people in the cop car. She said, I had to do this because I loved Phoenix so much and I wanted to be with him so badly that I had no other choice. I thought him saying things like, I like you and I want to be with you. All those things would become a reality if we both died. Which the cops and netizens were like, I don't know, because we saw the viral picture and it doesn't look like you cared if he lived or died, honestly. You're smoking a cigarette without a care in the world. Yuka was asked about those cigarettes and why she just looked so relaxed. And she said, oh, well, I mean, I'm addicted. I'm super addicted. I smoke like 4 boxes a day.
Yuck.
That's the equivalent to 80 cigarettes a day, guys. But as for how she was able to just callously smoke while he lay dying behind her, she said she has no answer on why she felt compelled to smoke. She said that she just wanted to smoke because she was waiting for him to die so that she could die and they could be together forever. I do want to preface this by saying I didn't see any reports that she brought down any weapons into the lobby. So from what we gather, she left the knife in the bedroom. So if that's the case, how was she planning on exiting? I would imagine she would want to be physically next to him when she did it. So even that's a question of like, are we sure that this was her plan? Meanwhile, Phoenix was given 20%. 20% chance to live. Doctors said the knife had punctured his liver. He was immediately operated on. They tried their best, but they really didn't have high hopes. He was in a coma for 5 days. And then he woke up. He survived. And actually, his stage name, Phoenix Luna, was created after the stabbing because he was a survivor. He wanted his name to be
I'm a
symbolic of everything
survivor.
that he went through and how he still rose above the ashes
survived.
like a phoenix.
Thank God.
And that makes it sound easy, but it wasn't. He was hospitalized for over a month, and he said, at first I couldn't speak because I had no voice. I was bedridden. I had to relearn how to walk once they allowed me out of bed. I couldn't eat after the incident, so I lost a lot of weight. And then came the nightmares. He would wake up drenched in sweat, and he had this reoccurring nightmare that Yuka was contorting her body to crawl through the small hospital window to find him. And he requested nonstop to be in a windowless hospital room, even if that meant never seeing the sun. Phoenix stated the only thing that got him through this time was his coworkers would come to see him to cheer him on. And because they thought that he was going to die, the police worked really hard tracking down any of his relatives. This was the first
taxi
time
driver,
in
nigga.
5+ years that he was reconnected with his siblings. Because after he left the orphanage, they were all out of contact. And it was just nice to see them again. He said it was a very bittersweet moment. This is what Phoenix is going through. And the court is like, okay, Yuka, you can get out on bail. They even let her train to be a nurse caretaker. She went to training 3 times a week while she's out on bail. I'm sorry. If you're like, Stephanie, name one nurse you wouldn't want when you're sick. Yuka Tako Aka and Lucy Letby. But like, are you kidding me? A nurse? Yuka said that she was inspired by this incident, inspired by
give her a
attempting
nursing
murder,
position.
that she wanted to help others from now on. She actually obtained her qualification while out on bail. The trial started December 3rd, 2019, and reporters did notice something very strange. When Yuka was brought in for the trial, Phoenix looked over at her and gave her a warm smile. It wasn't a smirk. It wasn't a weird, creepy smile. It was a genuine, nice smile. And the reporters are like, what is going on? This girl tried to stab you and kill you. Phoenix would state to the courts that he already forgave Yuka. Before the trial, Yuka had sent him a long letter that read, "Sorry for the sudden letter," and she just apologizes. I mean, I can read part of it, but it's just the most basic apologies. Like, I understand you must feel anger, pain, and frustration, and suffering will only increase towards me, and I should disappear. I'm sorry. It must have been more painful than I can. It's like those words.
ChatGPT
It's a really long letter, and just,
And
I'm
that's-
sorry
that,
is
bro,
like every
and
other
the fact that
sentence.
letter says,
A lot
fuck
of netizens felt like the amount of time she said "I'm sorry" became so repetitive that it almost lost all meaning towards the end of the letter. And I feel like with this letter, I didn't particularly feel genuine remorse. And nobody would have blamed Phoenix if he didn't either. Most people in his shoes would have just ripped up the letter and not even think about it. But Phoenix, he thought long and hard and decided to tell the judge that he didn't want to push for harsh punishment. He wanted her to take her own apologies and words to heart and to change. Live a
Nigga, you
normal
had
life, of course, without
20%
him
of
in it.
Living, bro. Nigga,
Wow.
she better.
Phoenix did settle a civil suit with Yuka where he was awarded $40,000 for his injuries, but that all went to medical bills,
Nigga
and
get
it's
that
honestly
money, though.
nothing
He get
considering
to
all
that
the
money,
physical
nigga.
therapy that he had to undergo,
He gonna get
the
to that
mental
money.
trauma. So even though he was compensated, he doesn't need to tell the court to be lenient with Yuka. But Phoenix continued, I feel partly at fault for what happened. He said he had no idea
shit is
Yuka was engaging in
ridiculous,
sex work to pay for the bottles at the bar. He said had he known, he would have treated her very differently because of the mental toll that can take on someone. He said this was partly his fault and he just wants her to be happy.
Man, this shit pissing me off. Bro.
There are mixed feelings about whether or not Yuka feels genuine remorse and if she should have a second chance back in society.
That girl
This
do not
debate
give
is
a
not
fuck.
including the people that are sexualizing and
She'd
romanticizing
do it
her.
again if she
Side
had
note,
to.
her fans started a GoFundMe to bail her out of jail. They raised
Man.
$4,000 in 2 days. The donation link was mass reported and eventually taken down, but it's just crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, she's being praised for being basically pretty. This is pretty privilege at its finest, and for her resembling some sort of real life anime character trope.
Crazy.
Yeah. But sane-minded people were wondering, okay, is she genuinely going to change? Or should she allow to have a second chance or not? Is she dangerous?
Definitely not.
Taking all those things into consideration, the judge sentenced Yuka to 3.5 years for attempted murder.
Man, get this shit off my
Yuka
fucking
burst into
screen,
tears
bro.
at her sentencing. She was sobbing so
fuck is
hard
you
her whole
crying
body
for?
was shaking. And Phoenix's
Oh,
request
bitch, I'm
to
about to
not
call
harshly punish her probably played a huge role in the sentencing, which sounds really light to
Definitely
me.
that played a huge
Thankfully,
role.
the courts made it so that Yuka is no longer allowed in the red light district of Tokyo. So at least Phoenix will have some peace of mind if he continues to work in the industry. He was already having nightmares at the hospital. The last thing he needs is to be at work and have this looming fear that Yuka's just going to show up one day at his workplace acting like nothing happened. Like, hey, babe.
I wouldn't even want to do
But
that.
Yuka should
work
be out
no
in
more.
a few months, February of 2024.
Megan.
Oh, so she
From what we know, she has been well behaved in prison and plans to pay her parents back for the settlement that they paid Phoenix. She said that
Hold
she's
on
also
now.
willing to face all the social
Hold on now.
consequences when she gets out.
Hold on now.
Meanwhile, Phoenix is doing well physically and can finally eat and talk normally like before, but because his liver was damaged in the attack, he can no longer drink alcohol. And for that reason, there was always this looming threat that Phoenix wouldn't have a job because, drinking is such a big part of being a host. But his work family pulled through. Now at work, the other hosts take all of his drinks for him. And I don't think any of his new or old clients care that he's not drinking. They're actually all fascinated by his story. It's definitely a strange situation. Phoenix was almost murdered. He has a scar on his stomach to prove it, but his popularity in the clubs was skyrocketing afterwards. It's kind of dark, but everyone wants to know what's so special about Phoenix that a pretty young girl would throw her life away to try and kill him, to become so obsessed with him. It's dark, but
2
Phoenix
months
just kind of
is all
embraces
it
it.
took.
He survived and he's making the best out of it. He even said he's kind of thankful that people are interested in his story because it's helping pay his bills. He said, I don't hold a grudge. I think there was a reason for her to stab me.
Bro,
It's also
what
kind
are
of thanks
you
to her that I'm
talking
able to
about?
achieve sales that I did in less
I'm
than a
finna
year
get
since I
mad,
became
bro.
a host.
Wow.
I mean, this guy really knows how to see the silver lining of things.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what?
I mean, Phoenix was
Maybe he
later
just better than
interviewed
me.
at his new club, The Servant of Eve.
I
He
think
told
he
the
better
story
than
of
me,
how he
too.
was stabbed, which we already went over. But it's just really interesting to see him in his element. I'm sure it was thrilling for journalists to go there and interview him and seeing all the women around him. Phoenix looks really relaxed. He has silvery, like a silvery hue to his hair, and he just looks straight out of a boy band. He's telling the story of his stabbing, and every once in a while, a woman would lean in and get a strand of hair out of his eyes. Yeah, it's just very fascinating. You would not be able to tell that just a few years ago,
I ain't gonna lie, that
he'd been
nigga
nearly
brave as shit
murdered.
doing this shit.
So he's
still.
doing great.
I've been traumatized for life.
What are
man.
your thoughts on this case?
He
Let me
brave
know
as
in the
shit
comments.
doing
Have you
this
heard
shit.
of Yandere before this? Have you heard of hostess clubs? Let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stay safe, and I will see you guys on Wednesday for the main episode. Bye.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, that nigga is way better than me, bro. Cause what? You telling me this woman damn near killed you? You had 20% chance of living. Nigga, you was in a hospital for a whole month. And you
And
coming up to court talking about some, oh, I forgive her. You know,
No, but you
it's
know what?
my
But
fault.
you know what the thing is though? The only way a nigga could really do some shit like that is if he knows something more in that relationship. I'm telling you, bro, there's no way he did this shit and was trying to keep that shit PG, bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. He had to have been edging this shit on. There's no way.
I mean, the nigga say it was his fault.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he did say it was his fault, but it's like,
I don't know.
that
though,
shit
like,
still should invalidate the fucking
that
stabbing,
shit
though.
shouldn't- Yeah, like
100%.
what?
But it's like, I can see why he feels the way he feels. Because it's like, nigga, that the job is a fucking crazy ass job. But I see why he feels like that. But god damn, nigga, you're tripping if you think that validate her stabbing the hell out you like that, nigga. What? Like, you dead ass could have died, nigga.
Nigga, all I'm saying is, nigga, whatever I do to you that caused you to get pissed off to the point where you feel like you gonna kill me, nigga. Nigga, there's something wrong with you, gang.
Yeah,
Something,
bro.
nigga, there should be no.
And then the nigga want to go back to the job. He want to go back to
Yeah,
work.
like that's the part I don't understand. And also with the girl when they're talking about, oh, she's doing better now. She's acting right, blah, blah. She could be using the technique of what she learned in the, you know, how job plays, man. Try to use it on you and make it. She acting, nigga. She get back in that motherfucking world, nigga. She gonna be back in 2
She's
days.
looking for Phoenix, nigga. I ain't
Nigga,
gonna
she
lie.
gonna be trying to
That
come
nigga
back.
look, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga better get the fuck on up out of there.
She gonna be back in that jail in 2 days, nigga. Just watch.
Nigga, she only got 3 years for attempted murder.
She used 3 years to fucking manipulate all them niggas in there, making them think.
I don't even know
yeah,
why
she
they give
good.
her a nursing position.
I didn't even think that's
Isn't
possible.
that ironic? You get a nursing position when you
Somebody just
almost
harmed
took
somebody.
somebody's life, bro. You almost took somebody's life, but they give you a job where you gotta save niggas' life, or you play a part in saving niggas' life. Bro, get the fuck out of here. That shit crazy, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
God, that's kind of like a slap in the face. I'm not gonna lie. If my government ever did that to me, low-key, I'm suing.
Bro.
Man, I
Like,
ain't
how do
gonna
you? That's a slap in the fucking face. Like, you
Her
give the
life-
one person that tried to kill me a job to save other people or
Her
play a
story.
part in saving other people.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how you can damn near kill somebody and still get a fucking career job like that.
Career job. Like, that's not even like, I don't know.
Yeah.
In the US, that's like considered like, you know what I mean?
Nigga, you might not get a job, nigga. In the US.
Nigga, in the US, nigga, you wouldn't get a job, you'd be in jail, you'd die in jail.
No, I thought bro was gonna die though. But
Yeah, I
I'm
think
Nigga,
he
like,
dead ass. Like, there is no way you survive.
yeah, like
that.
how did he survive that shit?
Like, holy, that dude was blessed, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Nigga, I don't
could
know.
you imagine how much blood, like he had to run from his room or from the room all the way down to the lobby and wait in the elevator? Like, you know how much blood he was losing?
Mm-hmm. That's
Oh my
that's crazy.
goodness. Like, to live through something like that, bro, I could only imagine, bro.
Say you fought that man strong as hell. I'm here, bro.
Niggas, man, I would have shit. Bitch, I ain't.
Nigga,
dying
I
alone,
would
nigga.
look up at God.
Like, yeah, bro. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Nigga, man, you gonna try to kill me, bitch? You try to kill me? All right, Romeo and Juliet.
What the fuck are you doing? Like, where are you doing? Like, what are you gonna suplex her, nigga?
Nah,
She got
nigga.
the knife, nigga. You gonna die for real.
Nigga, the knife.
Ugh.
Nah, she already put
Hey,
the
why you
knife
got
on the.
uppercut me
She
and
already
You-
put the
you
knife
know
under the bed.
If that nigga tried to fight, he would have died, Loki. There's no way, bro.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. You can try to kill me, nigga. I'm defending myself, bro. Fuck
Bro,
all
he
that.
would have died if he had used energy to try to defend himself rather than leave the
What
fucking
about this?
premises. If he didn't
Nigga, I
leave,
was
he would have
fucking
died.
dying. This girl is sitting here smoking a cigarette, not giving a fuck about me dying, bro.
Nigga, you're weak. You're losing blood. You already lost like
Nigga, I'm,
2
bro,
gallons
I'm,
of blood.
bro,
Nigga.
I
You're
would
not
have
fighting
look,
shit.
Devontae,
Nigga, your arm's gonna feel like you lifting fucking
Devontae,
50-pound
I'm
bricks.
not
on
going
each-
out by
Devontae,
myself, bro.
I would have looked at her. I would have looked at her and be like, "Pass that shit, nigga."
Nigga,
That nigga
Boy,
said, man,
it's rap.
I'm calling taxi driver, nigga. They're gonna get my revenge, bitch.